There's no way in hell Robert Horry deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Not over Ben Wallace, not over Chris Webber, not over Chris Bosh.
Do not come on this podcast talking no jargon about no Robert Horry. I'm here for that.
Yo, mic's on. Let these jokers know what time it is. You the man when it comes to sports. I only respect your opinion. Oh yeah, I'm the best ever.
Yo. Welcome to the Rocket City Network. We back. And today we are going to be talking about Big Shot Rob, a.k.a. Robert Horry, and should he be in the Hall of Fame? Erik, man, they talking crazy now. Robert Horry, Hall of Fame material?
Nowhere near close. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, if we want to talk about Hall of Fame of good players, if we want to talk about Hall of Fame of very good players, you can make up your own, whichever one you want to do. You could put Robert Horry in there. But if we want to start talking about putting Robert Horry next to Kobe, next to Kevin Garnett, next to and Tim Duncan, and then next year we're gonna put in Robert Horry, it's not gonna work. Like I can't say Kobe's name and then right after that say Robert Horry's name. It's not that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
I mean, I didn't think it was serious. Let me know something, Mike.
Man, look, they are definitely serious, man. It's wild, man. But you know what? Let's go ahead and pull some stats for that ass, right?
I mean, throw them out there, Mike.
Hey, look, here we go.
Now, I know you all like stats, so let me give you some.
See these stats, man?
Okay.
Real quick.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, man. Hey.
I can't listen, Mike. I can't even see it all that well, but I know what I'm looking at enough to know to see the last column and to see that it's single digits in a lot of them.
Yeah. Let me try to make it.
I mean, I know.
Oh, look, okay, off top, man. Let's just skip all the mumbo jumbo, right? Real quick,
Okay.
career.
Okay,
7 points a game. That is his career average.
But listen, Mike. Though, don't just do that to him. I'm gonna throw the other side. Throw his best season out there. What is his best season?
Well, allegedly, his best season was when he was with the Houston Rockets, when he scored 12 points a game, 95, 96.
So you said 12. That's what Olajuwon and whatnot.
Yeah, 95, 96. They won the championship. He played 71 games. Free throw percentage.
So check me out. So he won both of those rings with him and Olajuwon?
Yes.
So that's 2. Cause see, I'm trying to think like
he got 7.
Yeah, I know he has 7, but it's just like he's played on like historical teams.
Yeah, Kobe
and not even more or less historical teams, but Olajuwon. I mean, that was first. You know what it was at that point right there. It was Jordan getting like that was the seasons that Jordan wouldn't play baseball. Let's throw that out there first. We know about that.
Yeah.
And the Rockets won those championships. I'm not going to take nothing away from that. I love Olajuwon. He's really like my favorite. I like playing with post. I like respect post players. I like seeing post moves, and he is the epitome of post moves.
Yeah,
he is the oracle of that. You know what I mean? With all of that being said, Jordan left for 2 seasons after a three-peat, and then came back and three-peated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna play the if game. I'm just saying like they were the team that benefited from that. You know what I mean? And so like, okay, not taking none of that away from him. Cool. Okay, and then you get on those
everything away from him, man.
Those Rockets.
Hey, I'm taking everything away from him, man. I
respect him because
no respect, man. I respect him, man. I don't respect these fans. They talking reckless, man. Hey, real quick.
Okay, that's okay.
Hey, watch this real quick. So they call him Big Shot Rob, right? Big Shot Bob, Big Shot Rob,
right?
And you look at like when he was on the Spurs, right? The Lakers, his averages were like 4.9, 5.7.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. Like,
man, so like his big shot was the only points he scored.
and see, you know what I feel like? It's just like this. And this is even to a way lesser degree. But check this part out. You know how the Ray Allen shot with the Heat just gets
Yeah.
overblown, like as
It
far as
does.
just, oh man.
It does.
It's just like, oh man, he saved LeBron's career. He won a championship.
No.
I can even go deeper. I mean, got to stay with LeBron, but with Kyrie Irving hitting the shot. Kyrie Irving was my favorite player at the time, but like LeBron James, the whole game, the whole series, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where we just want to look at one play and one, like a few seconds of a game, and then put all of the whole game on that one play. I like game winners. I love game winners. But it was a lot to lead up to the game winner. Like it was a full game to lead up to that.
Yeah.
And so we don't really focus on the rest of the game. We just really want to focus on just that and put that above the rest of the game. So you telling me a person that scored 2 points in the game just because it was the last game, that it was more important than somebody that had 30,
It's
35
crazy.
throughout the game.
Ridiculous. So
That's not like
so look at this,
the
man.
fact that
Go ahead, real quick. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I just want to just throw the last part in on that. The fact that he was kind of open enough to take those shots is telling you something even at that point.
Man, he was never a threat on the court, man. I'm not seeing it.
Man, it's not that he wasn't a real threat, bro. You averaged 5 points. You averaged 7 points. I gotta go guard the person that's averaging 25, or even our guy that's averaging 15. You in the game, but I mean, like, it was somebody else in the game to guard. But what was you about to say, Mike?
So look, so if you can see right now on your screen, it has notable playoff clutch plays. You see that?
Right.
Okay, so it started off in 93. Western Conference semifinals, Game 7, Houston Rockets at Seattle Supersonics, with the score tied at 91 late in the fourth quarter. And the shot clock winding down, the rookie Horry took a pass from teammate Hakeem Olajuwon and knocked down a mid-range jumper to give the Rockets a 2-point lead with 32.7 seconds remaining. Right? Horry's heroics were not enough to secure the victory for the Rockets, who were succumbed to the Sonics 100-103 in overtime. So this is where the legend began, right? It was in a loss. But if you do some more research, you go down, he did hit some big shots in some pivotal games, but it wasn't like
that's why
the shot.
I can't disrespect him. That's my thing is this. Growing up, even as a kid, like there's certain clips that you're seeing over and over and over and over. Robert Horry has some of those clips to where it's the last second on clock. It's the Spurs. The ball just rolled to him all of a sudden. Nobody really passed it to him, or he just all of a sudden got it and hit the shot. So I've seen these all through my life, but then I want to disassociate somebody that's hitting a clutch shot from a really good player, and then somebody that's a really good player and a Hall of Fame player. Because what was just on the screen is that Robert Horry really wasn't even a good player throughout his career. Like he's not somebody to even be discussing. Like I was talking about Sean Marion earlier, and I don't think he should nowhere near touch the Hall of Fame. He doesn't even have like the statistical, like nowhere near the statistical career of Sean Marion.
So I'm on Wikipedia. I know people don't like Wikipedia,
That's
but it's pretty accurate. I'm trying to find. Oh man, let me see. I mean, nothing is sticking out there.
I mean, like how many All-Star appearances?
Man, I believe it's 0.
How many first time NBAs?
I believe it's 0.
Okay, second NBAs, no seconds.
Nah, none of that, man. Records and honors. So he has, the championships. He is one of only 9 players to have won 7 or more NBA championships.
That's impressive, but okay.
Man, nothing sticks out. Nothing sticks out. We can go back to the stats. Here's the stats for your ass. I mean, like
But
it's
at the
just.
but at the top,
Go ahead.
Mike, it should say accomplishments too, like first All NBA, second All
None of that,
NBA.
man.
Hold on, what's above them jerseys? What does that say above them jerseys?
What you mean, like, right? 7-time NBA champion, 1992-93 All Rookie. So I guess that is an accomplishment. So he came out firing.
That's not enough.
And a lot of that probably had to do with him scoring about 10 points a game and coming from Alabama being a top 10, top 12 pick. But Big Shot Bob, the key man.
It's not really a case, man. I mean, maybe for his high school Hall of Fame,
if they add
his college Hall of Fame. I forget what he went to Bama, right? He went to Bama.
So,
I know he already a Hall of Famer there, right?
Yeah. Bama.
I mean,
they throw everybody in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, okay, bet. So I just don't. There's nothing throughout the season for me. Okay, so I don't think I said this on air. I was talking to you earlier about it, Mike, where I was just like, when I start thinking about Hall of Fame, I start thinking about people that even at your position, I feel like you were lobbying to be the best at that, or at least you were the second best at that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just say right now, LeBron James is small forward. Okay, you might not be LeBron James, but at least lobbying for the best at that position for you to be, you know what I mean, for you to be a Hall of Famer. Probably that wasn't the best example because I just went to the top.
Hey, but check this out real quick, Erik. Like, was he ever voted as a sixth man?
Sixth man of the year?
No, he wasn't.
How could you?
But he's Hall of Fame material, according to some people.
That's what I'm saying. Like somebody like Jamal Crawford that has multiple Sixth Man of the Year awards doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, shout out to Judson, man. Judson, he pretty much, he's a Jordan fan and he's a Scotty fan, but he told me to talk about this Robert Horry. He doesn't believe that Robert Horry is a Hall of Famer. And he watches a lot of basketball.
Those are the numbers. Those are some stats for your ass.
I mean, and I would put Jamal Crawford in the Hall of Fame before I put. I mean, way before.
Let's look at Jamal Crawford's numbers real quick.
Now I know you all like stats, so let me give you some.
I'm just curious.
I know I would do that. Like, I mean, I know I would do that.
Oh yeah. Hey, look. Okay, so points per game, 14.6 for the career.
That would have been points.
Yeah, man. So,
what's his best season?
His best season, I mean, as far as points goes, was the 2007 to 2008 when he played for the New York Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take like a 10-year average, his 10-year average is still better than Robert Horry.
Like his prime.
Yes. But the thing is, he don't have no rings.
And see, I don't want to say. Okay, so that's my whole thing. I don't want to say that just because you don't have any rings that you don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. The same way that I'm not going to say just because you have them that you deserve to be in there. Yeah. I think the thing that most people get caught up on with Robert Horry is that it's 7 of them. You know what I mean? Like it's 7 of them. Like.
Hey, what does Reggie Fresh say? We got them rings.
This is 6 rings. Hey, Mike won. He ain't got no rings. He can talk about.
Yeah, it's 7 of them. But my thing is with that though, I think that Reggie got a better case on that because at least that's an organization and they got all of them rings on their own. Like Robert Horry, I'm not saying that you're a player and it's a team sport. You can't, and nobody can get any rings on their own.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the 3rd best player on the teams that he was on.
No.
So the people that I'm thinking about that's getting the Hall of Fame, there weren't 2 or 3 better people on the team that were better than them. Who can you say that about?
Yeah.
Like with KG, when KG he just went into the Hall of Fame, there wasn't 3 better players on the team, on any team with him.
No,
it probably wasn't 1.
And I don't think Robert Horry was never the second best option when he was in Houston, which he had the best years of his career.
No.
You had Vernon Maxwell.
No. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But before
Kenny,
I leave Jamal
Kenny the Jet
Crawford,
Smith
Those are the numbers. Those are some stats for your ass.
oh,
Kenny the Jet Smith probably was more of a scoring option than
you know what?
Robert
Let me
Horry,
look up Kenny Smith.
Now I know you all like stats, so let me give you some.
He has to be more of a scoring option.
Here's some stats for that ass.
His best scoring year probably.
Yeah, he had.
definitely
I mean,
better than
his points per game doubles. Robert Horry's,
and that's just off the dome. That's just off the dome.
Yeah, I mean 12.8. Free throw percentage was better.
Like that's just off the dome. Like
efficiency
and to be
better.
And to be real, Kenny probably was a better basketball player than Robert Horry was. And it's tough because, like I said, I think Robert Horry has probably like the most peculiar like career, to where you see his face a lot. Like I said, we see his face a lot, but if we break down his career, he doesn't have no illustrious career. I can't even, and it's tough to say that with him. I'm talking about individually. He individually does not have an illustrious career. Now
he played with Shaq, Kobe. He played with Shaq and Kobe. Duncan and Ginobili.
Duncan, Ginobili, Tony Parker.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
You know what I mean? Hakeem Olajuwon, like
look at Vernon Maxwell's numbers.
And was never the options on none of those teams. It's not like he played on those teams and then like, man, we looking for Robert Horry.
Those are the numbers. Those are some stats for your ass.
Vernon Maxwell has better numbers individually.
Now I know you all like stats, so let me give you some.
And nobody talks about Vernon Maxwell getting into the Hall of Fame. He got 2 rings. He got them rings.
Because Vernon Maxwell didn't get to play with Shaq and Kobe. And then Tim Duncan and the Spurs. And then you feel me, like, and the Rock. Like he didn't get to play with all of those. I think he's fortunate. You know, LeGarrette Blount. I think LeGarrette Blount in football, he played for the Philadelphia when they beat the Patriots, and then the next year played with the Patriots when they won the Super Bowl like the next year. He was just like you feel me? Like he was just weird stuff. Like so is LeGarrette Blount like an all-time Hall of Famer because he has more rings than Adrian Peterson?
You're right. And check this out too, Erik. A lot of people say it was the impact Robert Horry had on these championship teams, right? Impact. Guy who scores 5 points a game. Impact.
Nah, man.
I mean,
listen,
I'll throw a wild card real quick. Shawn Kemp is not in the Hall of Fame. You mean to tell me Robert Horry is better than Shawn Kemp?
That's sad. If Shawn Kemp isn't in the Hall of Fame, and I know more about Shawn Kemp, I had the old Shawn Kemp in Cleveland when I was a kid, when he was past his prime, and thought that he was still going to be what he was.
He was still scoring 20 points a game.
And exactly
98, 99, 20.5.
He just wasn't the high flying Shawn Kemp. I remember he kind of like Jordan. He's dunking crazy like that as far as like his athleticism and just dunking hard. You know what I mean? That's what Shawn Kemp was. Him and Dominique was like, oh my, they just dunk kind of different. It's just it's different when they kind of everybody was dunking, but they look different. And so that's what I was saying. If Shawn Kemp isn't in the Hall of Fame, he doesn't have a ring. Didn't he go to the finals once with Gary? They went once, right?
Yeah, they went. They were solid. They were a solid team.
They were a solid team, but it wasn't enough. And I'm trying to think of how they even went that one. I think they played Jordan, right? Because that was Seattle.
They did. Yeah, that was 96. That's when they won.
So they played
games, I believe.
Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is. So at that point right there, it's just like you're not Shawn Kemp, bro. Like he's not Shawn Kemp. He's not a lot of people that don't have rings. And then my thing is this is my real point too when we start going into the Hall of Fame discussion and putting, okay, the good guys, which I don't even think he was that, but okay, the good guys in there. Now you're diminishing what the Hall of Fame is. Exactly. And now we have to start to allow lesser and lesser the quality of players to get in the Hall of Fame. We should only allow the greatest of the greatest. And some really, really good players should be left out just to hold the bar at where it should be, to just the best.
So I was somewhere. So I was somewhere and they said, hey, Robert Horry should be in the Hall of Fame over Ben Wallace. So look at Ben Wallace's numbers. 4-time All-Star. How many All-Star?
No, stop.
Hey.
Hold on, wait.
Go ahead.
This my favorite. But hold on, Mike. This is my favorite. How many defensive player of the years?
Defensive players. 4 times.
This man has 4.
Hey, they said Robert Horry should be in the Hall of Fame over Ben Wallace. I won't say their name. I won't say their name.
This man has 4 defensive player of the year awards. 4 of them.
I won't say his name. He's a New York Knicks fan that said this though.
I don't even know why he would be saying nothing like that. I don't know why that person would even be talking.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say his name.
But 4 defensive. How many rebound champions? How many rebound championships?
Does it have it on here? Two times. So
2.
Basically,
and then how many? One more time. I'm sorry, my probably breaking you off one more time. How many defensive first teams?
Defensive first teams that have it on here. He was 6-time All Defensive Team, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Four times. Was Robert Horry ever a runner-up? Was he even in the running?
Robert Horry wasn't a runner-up for no. I don't think Robert Horry wasn't a runner-up for any accolade. That's what I'm talking. Like, if somebody said that has to be like, I don't know what you're watching, or I don't know what you have watched, or what you think about the game. Like,
crazy, man.
Ben Wallace should have been in there a while ago. The same thing what I was talking about with the Dwight Howard. A lot of people might not like him. Okay, that's cool. Get past your dislike. It's not that I don't like Robert Horry. I think he's an okay guy. I don't have no problem disliking him. But people just don't like Dwight Howard because they think that he was supposed to be better than what he was. I thought that for a long time, and I still do. But I get past that when you start to look at this man's accolades. It's too much to deny him getting into the Hall of Fame. And then when you start to talk about him, Dwight Howard was, if not the best center, one of the top 2 centers in the league for a while.
Hey,
for a while.
Hey, so look, so one of our buddies, Mr. LaMarcus, he asked me. He said this: Robert Horry got 7, but he was solid. Who had a better career, him or Chris Bosh? I didn't even want to answer that.
Chris Bosh.
Hey, LaMarcus, you got to come on the show and yes, Chris.
No.
Hey, okay, let me go ahead. Hey, look.
No.
What did Coach Carter say? We got some stats for that ass. Chris.
No, man, that's not. But that's not.
Hey, this is wild. Hey, look. Hey, we're gonna have that super panel again. Hey, that super panel gonna be looking crazy. So look, Chris, so he said that Robert Horry might have had a better career than Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh, 11-time All-Star, 2-time NBA champ, 2006 to 2007 All-NBA, 2003 to 2004 All-Rookie.
But listen. I don't want to. Okay, so check me out, because I said earlier that I don't want you to just throw because he wasn't the second option really. If you want to be honest with you and just be real with you, I've heard plenty of times the whole Heat team, and they were talking about running the offense through Chris Bosh. Be real. And everybody knows LeBron gonna run the show, but I'm saying, like, Chris Bosh was there for LeBron facilitated to try to get Chris Bosh open, basically.
Well, remember,
but anyways, past all of that.
Remember, around that time, the league was still stuck on dumping it to the big man.
A fact. It wasn't just all guard play. It wasn't a lot of guard play.
Yeah.
But tell everybody what Chris Bosh was doing, like, in Toronto.
Oh, he was killing it. Okay,
like,
you know what?
Like when he didn't have LeBron James or Dwayne Wade, he didn't have a team either. Like, he didn't have a team.
Nah,
but,
he didn't.
What was he doing?
So he was in Toronto for 7 years. His last year before he got with the Miami Heat, he was averaging 24 points a game. Before that, 22, 22, 22, 22, 16.8, 11.5. So he has a stronger 10-year span than Robert Horry. You can take Robert Horry's best 10 years. It still would not equal out of Chris Bosh's best 10 years.
Nowhere close. No, I mean his best season is his best season. What you say was 12 points one season.
Yeah,
For Robert
90,
Ward was it
90,
12?
95, 96, 12 points a game.
That sound comparable to like Chris Bosh's worst season.
Yeah, and you know what? Chris Bosh, he was a better free throw shooter too.
So what was his worst season? 11 points.
Rookie season.
As far as just scoring.
His rookie season was 11.5 was his worst season, which was still statistically better than Robert Horry's.
I mean, we could say Big Rob's Horry's best season was 12 points, and we could say Chris Bosh came in the league averaging 11. He came in the league averaging 11 and just ascended after that without anybody else on the team. Like kept going up and up. Like it was a reason why LeBron wanted Chris Bosh to come.
Yeah, and like, for his career, he shot 33% from beyond the arc,
which is not crazy right now, but for the time as a big, that was nice. Yeah. Like I mean, at the time for a big, that was nice. I mean, we see a lot of bigs right now shooting crazy, but they weren't shooting like that when the Heat were playing, or especially even before then. Like it was through the big man, they were doing post. He was shooting the ball though.
Yeah, like, So even when he was in Miami,
it was a more still... KG game.
Even in Miami, he was still scoring like 16, 16, 21, and 19. So I mean, you know,
Chris Bosh's game always kind of reminded me of like a less aggressive Kevin Garnett. Like he would try to use his finesse moves more than his power moves. But like, you know, Kevin Garnett wouldn't just always use his power. He would turn around jumper. He would fade away. He could take the face up. You know what I mean? He wouldn't just always back down. So like I tried to think about Chris Bosh in that type of light. He just nowhere near as aggressive than Kevin Garnett was. Now past that, you know, I take Chris Bosh a billion times. Matter of fact, there's no time I don't take Chris Bosh over Robert Horry. I don't think this is kind of a crazy like emergency pod because I don't even know how it's more than one person like going for this. And I understand the rings because that's all it is.
It's the just, rings, man.
He got 7 rings. That's more than Jordan. But like that's again where are we talking about Tiger Woods or are we talking about a team sport? Because if we want to start talking about like individual statistics, then I have to go with individual statistics. Tiger Woods and tennis with Serena Williams, those are the only time I can say, man, you know what? You completely won that on your own. So nobody can validate you as far as saying they helped you do that as far as on the court. Now you got, you know, your coaches and all that, but as far as on that court, nobody can say they helped you win. Robert Horry is in a team sport to where it's not even that he's the star on his team. He's not the second star. He's not the primary role player. He's a guy that comes off the bench. He's not the 6th man of the year. He stretches the floor and can shoot the ball. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean? Rasheed Wallace, I feel like a better stretch 4 than him or stretch 3 than him. So it's just like I don't.
Is Rasheed in the hall?
I don't think so. I don't think he's finna touch it.
Well, you know what? We got them stats for that ass. Let's see Rasheed. I mean, hey, you know, like everybody want your boy Horry to be in the Hall of Fame. Let's see.
And I don't think he's about.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think he's about to touch it.
Yeah, Rasheed's last. Let me see. The 2010 season, he had 9 points a game, and then he came back for the Knicks in 2013, 7 points. So his average is still higher. But let's look at his accolades. 4-time All-Star, 2004 NBA champ, 95, 96 All-Rookie. So
4-time All-Star?
Yeah. Robert Horry has 0.
How many times Jamal's had an All-Star?
0.
No All-Star appearance.
No All-Stars.
We said that earlier. I'm just now remembering that. So Rasheed Wallace has even been like in All-Star games and All-Star appearances 4 times. Yeah. And been at least in a mention of the best in his position, even in mention.
Top 4.
Probably not the best. I probably would have never said Rasheed Wallace was the best at his position, but he's been a mention in the top 3 or 4.
So you gotta see too who was at that position during that time. He played during the Tim Duncans, the Kevin Garnetts,
Right. Right.
Charles Barkley a little bit, you know.
But
So
my thing is this, and my thing is this too. It's one thing for you to get a one-time All-Star appearance, because I think we have plenty of fluke All-Star appearances just one time.
Yeah.
But it's another thing to be a 4-time All-Star. You know what I mean? And so,
and Wallace had a better college career than your boy too.
It's not really a comparison, man. I don't really like I said, I don't want to disrespect him, but Mike said disrespect, bro. Listen, bro, it's 1,000 players in the league right now could get in there before him that I don't even really like. I don't even really like guys, man. But it's a lot of players, man.
Man, this is
and it did
numbers,
more,
man.
That did more. These numbers are they childish. These childish numbers, man. And I'm talking about even for that time.
Yes.
I know the numbers the numbers inflated right now, and everybody got crazy numbers. I understand all that, but like even for that time frame, those numbers are childish.
So the hand checking rule that changed in what the 04-05 season, right?
Somewhere around there,
went down.
I don't come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Man,
listen, come on, man.
Juwan Howard. Let me see if Juwan Howard had better numbers than this man.
Who's that?
Juwan Howard, man.
I'm taking Juwan Howard.
Oh God, he got better numbers. Oh Lord.
Listen, this the thing. Like we again, I already broke it down, man. Man. Listen, we have to get away from the 1 or 2 shots somebody has taken in their career. I don't want to say 1 or 2 shots. He's hit some game winners.
Yeah.
But those opposed to how many shots you've taken over your career and the totality of even the rest of your stats do not compare up to anybody that even needs to even come. They don't even need to come close to the Hall of Fame.
Dude, so
people,
based off this,
people that don't even need to come close to the Hall of Fame, and they are, like I'm talking about just.
Juwan Howard had 1 All-Star game.
They going crazy on him.
Juwan Howard had 1 All-Star game, 2-time NBA champion, 95-96 All-NBA, 94-95.
See, All-NBA is an All-NBA.
All rookie team, and plus he had a better college career.
Well, see, check me out the All-NBA,
just better numbers, man.
Is that 22 the second season?
You said what? Yeah. More than doubled of what
that's
Robert
nothing to
Horry
talk
did
about, man.
His second season. And you know what, man? There was people online who were upset that Chris Webber got in there over Robert Horry. Chris Webber.
Over Robert Horry?
Because he didn't win a championship. Robert Horry got 7 of them things. He got 7 of them things.
I would have thought people be more mad Chris Webber's career was kind of shorter and he kind of the injury problems. You know what I mean? But no, man.
5-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, 1998-99 TRB champ, 93-94 All-Rookie, 93-94 Rookie of the Year. In his numbers, he averaged almost 21 points a game.
Give me his best season.
He had a lot of 27 points a game was when he was with Sacramento. That's when they were giving LA.
What he was shooting?
What you mean?
For you shooting 40% from the 3-point line?
3-point line. It was abysmal. It was .071. Nah, he never.
I thought I was looking at him.
Yeah, but
nah, man. I mean, but no, man. Chris. Yeah, man. I wasn't the biggest fan of Chris Webber, but I always kind of knew he was a legend, though. So like he was kind of one of those guys that just his name deserves to be around there, and even the legends respect him. Now, if you want to talk about Chris Webber, I think that's more of a conversation. But I'm not really mad that he's in there though. If Robert Horry was to get in there, I'd be hot, bro. I'd be fire hot. It'd be something different. Smoking City. You know what I mean? It'd be Smoking City, man. Robert Horry, like again, I don't know what else I can say really on the mic.
Yeah.
I mean, to be real, man, I'm gonna go ahead and give my closing statement, Doc. You know what I mean?
But before you do that, I pulled up Clifford Robertson.
Pull Cliff up?
1-time All-Star, 2-time All-Defensive, and 92-93 6-man. He didn't win a championship, But let's scroll down. His numbers look better than Robert Horry's. And I know y'all are probably mad because I'm just keying in on points per game, but it has to count for something.
But check me though, Mike, because this is the whole thing.
Yeah.
And this is what I want to say. This is what I wanted, because it's gonna kill everything. This is what I wanted to say with the final remarks to me though.
Yeah.
If we're gonna have these conversations, we gotta be rational, right? And so if all you have to come with me is the same 2 or 3 statements that you came with before at the beginning, because this is like fresh, right? You're saying the same thing. Yeah. All
you got them rings.
Right. You coming with me with the same thing. So when I say, hey man, this guy over here has way more accolades and way better stats, why isn't he in there like Sean Kemp? And you can't really give me, and then so my thing is this: as much as I used to love Sean Kemp, I'm okay with him not being in there if you don't put people like Robert Horry in there. Yeah. I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay, because now you're higher in the standard of what you have to be to get in there.
Exactly.
Robert Horry would diminish and lessen the value of the Hall of Fame, any type of way you look at it. Now, if you just want to say, oh man, Robert Horry, because of the ring, like anybody with 7 rings should be in there, that's tough. And that's hard, because now we got to start putting people with like Luke Walton. Luke Walton got rings out here. Is he better than a lot of these guys? Luke Walton's going to have more rings than Kurt Rambis. Luke Walton's going to have more rings as a coach and as a player, as more than some of the legends that's going to play than Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
Luke Walton is ending his career and it has more rings than Carmelo Anthony. And it's gonna have more rings than Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
So that's backwards. We can't just go by the rings. No, we can't do that. I understand if you were the leading force even to getting those rings. Like if we're talking about Olajuwon and you got the ring, okay, you're Olajuwon and the ring, the contribution. But if you're not giving no contribution throughout this season, throughout even the playoffs, you're talking about 5 points.
Yeah.
I can't talk about you with no Hall of Fame, bro. I can't even talk about you with no Hall of Really Good. I get on Boobie Gibson all the time because I say, man, LeBron didn't have nobody in Cleveland. He had Boobie.
Yeah.
Boobie's numbers is going crazy.
Yeah.
Over that man's numbers.
Yeah.
Like he's doing more, and he got to he was more of I'm thinking Boobie was more of a contribution to LeBron James.
Yeah.
Than Robert Horry was to any of those championship teams. The ball rolled to him by accident. Yeah. He hit the shot.
Yeah.
That's not I forever. It's forever ingrained in my memory. I remember it because they're not gonna let me forget it. I'm not mad at that. That's great moments in the finals histories. I always remember that stuff. When we started to talk about Hall of Fame character guys, this man was not in the top of his position.
Never.
It looks like he was at the bottom of it.
Always.
It looks like he was at the bottom of the position.
Always.
Your best season starting, you averaging 12, like you was cool, you're a cool guy, and the rest of your seasons, you just 5-6 points, a rotation player that we can do without. Come on, bro. Like I'm not going for that, man.
He was scoring less than 2 points a quarter.
We can't go for that, man. You know
that's
what I mean?
Hall of Fame material because he got 7 rings.
Nah, dog. He was a fortunate player.
Oh, he got lucky, man. And you know what?
Listen, it's tough. I don't want to diminish him because he hit the shots. Like I don't want to diminish him, but he was fortunate enough to be on the teams to even take them shots.
Yeah, yeah.
Think about the play. Think about the teams that we're talking about that he's on.
Yeah.
We gonna forever remember those teams because of the players that was on these teams.
Yeah.
We forever remember Olajuwon. We forever gonna remember Kobe and Shaq. We're gonna forever remember the Spurs dynasty.
Yeah.
So you're on these teams by luck and randomness.
Yeah.
And you was able to take some shots in some crucial times that nobody was expecting to a certain degree.
The plays were never designed for him.
You.
They were never designed for him.
Yeah, the play's not designed for you, bro. And the wild part about it is this too. It's like if I wouldn't just sit here and say that that let's just say all the guys that all the teams that Big Shot Bob hit those shots on. How many of those teams would change their defense?
For Big Shot Bob?
Like, am I going to?
None.
I mean, I don't. I mean, at the time, like how many of those guys is gonna leave Nick Van Exel, I guess, or gonna leave Kenny Smith, or leave Olajuwon, or stay on Robert Horry in midst of Olajuwon being there, or he's on the Spurs team, and I'm gonna leave Tony Park, I'm gonna leave Ginobili, I'm gonna leave Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave Shaq. I'm gonna leave Kobe. I'm gonna leave Derek Fisher. Probably Derek Fisher, but Derek Fisher's a better 3-point shooter and average 1 point. So I'm probably gonna guard Derek Fisher.
That's crazy, man.
This stuff.
Hey, it's wild, man. Because you know what?
Man, like,
I think we're gonna have some people rebuttal this podcast, man. So we might have to do something this weekend. But my final thoughts are
we could do something, man.
Hey, look,
this is the first shot.
Hey, my final thoughts, man. There's no way in hell Robert Horry deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Not over Ben Wallace, not over Chris Webber, not over Chris Bosh. Man. Hey.
Even the fact that man, look, bro, all of that stuff is laughable, man.
It's comical.
Like, I mean,
it's hilarious.
Like, all that stuff is laughable, Mike. All that stuff is laughable,
dude. Man,
Mike.
look, I thought they were trolling me, man.
Laughable.
Hey, they got to come on the show, man. They got to come on the show. We gonna.
How do you defend that? Listen, my thing is, check me out, because like I don't want to listen. I'm a peaceful person. I don't want to make anybody seem like they less than what they are. Do not come on this podcast talking no jargon about no Robert Horry. I'm here for that. I don't know what you're gonna bring, because I know what you're gonna say. The only thing you can say, 7 rings. That's all you have.
We got them rings, though.
But then we can just keep listing like 1,000, 2,000 players that have done more in their career, and that he's never come close to. So I don't know what you can really rebut to that. I don't know what you could really say. I mean, we in Alabama, so we got a lot of Bama fans. He graduated from here.
Yeah.
Maybe they got some affection towards him, Mike. I don't know, dog.
Yeah. Robert Horry.
Pray for him, man.
I'm gonna pray for him, man. Robert Horry, no Hall of Fame for you, bruh.
Those are the numbers. Those are some stats for your ass.
You guys know what it is. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and we out. Yep.